Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the lockdown challenge on Championship Manager 97-1998. If you are new here, please do drop a like on the channel, a sub on the channel even, a like on the video if you like what you're seeing. It lets me know that you're enjoying the content and just, yeah, it keeps me motivated. I'm motivated anyway, but it just adds that extra little touch when you see the nice little like buttons popping up and the sub notifications popping up in the emails and stuff. So without further ado, I am going to crack on with today's episode because the last two have been a bit long, so we're going to jump straight into the results. And we'll talk about sort of other things as we're going, just to try and trim the video length down a little bit this time. We'll try and get a few more games in rather than talking about what's gone on. So fixture wise, we picked up last time, I think the Burnley game was where we started off, so we had a nice 2-0 win there. Michael Twist getting a goal and Mick Quinn, the Micker, off the bench, making it a 2-0 win there for us. We then follow that with a 1-0 win away to Wickham. Martin Taylor in goal, getting the man of the match. Shows everything you need to say there. But we did what we need to do. There have been a few transfers as well, which we'll touch on shortly. I am just speaking really fast just to try and fly through these results a little bit. We then lost to Northampton at home in the Windscreens Shield groups. It was a strong team, so a bit disappointing to lose 2-0, and I think we were good value for at least a draw there. A bit harsh to lose 2-0 certainly. We then had a 2-1. I mean, the league is the bread and butter, that's all we really care about. So back to a 2-1 win away at home to Chesterfield. Goals from Ronnie Warwick and Quinn off the bench again. He's a bit of an impact substitute for us. We then followed that up with, I think, the promotion rivals Brentford. We did get an early red card after 3 minutes, so to grab a 2-2 draw there is very, very nice to see. Goals for us from Centurion and Michael Twist. Mike Conroy is having a really bad transfer goal drought at the moment, so needs to be addressed soon. I think he grabs one here, but I think that's his first goal in this whole run of games, and I think even there was a couple before we in the last recording he hadn't got a few, so we need to get him banging, because we need to get him to get those 30 goals, and we will put the requirements on screen in a moment just for anyone who hasn't seen that. But I do recommend you go back to episode 1 to go from scratch and see that, you know, what we've got to do and what we're actually doing, and go through it game by game. But Mike Conroy, yeah, grabs his goal finally, and then we follow that with a 2-0 loss at home to Gillingham. Very disappointing game. I think we were the better team in this one as well, so again to lose 2-0 was very disappointing. Adi Akinbaye grabbing a goal for them. Wasn't happy to see that in the slightest. We had lots more chances, but we just couldn't score, and we're wasting our games in hand, because we've actually got a bit of a game in hand situation developing. We do have still. We've got one game in hand, which now we can level it. At one point we could, I think, have gone about 3 or 4 points clear, but a couple of losses in there. We've got to lose no more than, I can't remember, is it 10 games? Well, I'll flick the requirements up briefly now. For anyone who hasn't seen it. If you have seen it, look away now. If you don't want to know the result, look away now, as they used to say. Well, they still say, I think, don't they, on TV? You do sometimes see it on the news still. But it's very much an old 90s thing. Well, it's probably even older than that, to be honest. But yeah, so league table, we're doing okay. Let's just have a quick look at the league table, because we did flick away. So Blackpool are the rivals. We've got some who are our games today. We have got, we're going to be playing Oldham at least, Southend, York. Oldham, Southend, York. Let's see how that looks in the table. Southend there, Oldham there. I think York are near the bottom. They've climbed their way out a little bit. We've got them in the FA Cup as well, I think. Is that today? Do we going to stretch them? We might even stretch them in fact, that is the FA Cup. That's not in the league. That is in the Cup. The game's coming thick and fast. Transfer-wise, we've had a couple of outs, which helped the money situation a little bit. So Wayne Collins finally left. He went to Charlton. He's doing all right there, to be fair. He's playing well, but we don't play midfield right, so we didn't need him. Paul Trollope also leaves. He goes to Preston. Again, he's doing very well. I mean, he did all right for us, to be fair. I think we've got better options, but looking back, maybe he was one that we shouldn't have let go. But Moody also finally goes to Gillingham as well. And again, he's scoring some goals, but I mean, I think we've got better options up front, and we certainly can bring in a better option if we need be. We haven't brought anyone in, so let's just crack on with the game. I think we're at game day. It's the playoffs in the the World Cup qualifying for France '98. But 11th place Oldham away from home. I think we're good to go and stick with what we've got. We're going to put, how's Turnbull doing? He's got 6 games more to get. We're going to keep him on the bench for now. We're just going to try and get him to those 20 games and then bomb him off. He's got a couple of goals, a couple of important goals to be fair as well, but he's not one for the duration of this season. If we can get him done, November, if we can have him finished on his 20 games by Christmas at least, I think I'll be happy. There is a left back I want to get in to replace Rufus Brevitt. We've got the money now, cushion. We've got a little bit of space in the squad, so I can do that, and maybe a right back as well. Hoehing isn't quite good enough, I don't think. I think the ones we started with are actually better and doing better. As we get to half time with a few chances but no goals, they do have. I normally sign this guy, Thorvaldur Orligerson. He's a decent, if short-term, option. They do have a striker I normally buy, but he doesn't seem to be playing today. I can't remember his name. Sean something. I can't remember his name. His name's just drawn a blank. We'll have a look at after the game. But I had one save years and years ago, back when the game was out. I think it was this game. It might have been the older one. When I first got my PC and I was playing it in secret as we go behind. I was playing it in secret because the PC was delivered and installed. It was as a Christmas present, but it was delivered and installed like about a month before Christmas. So I was sneaking on when my mum and dad weren't home to play. And I had this Man United save, and he came into Man United and he absolutely obliterated everything in sight. I've never got him to do anything since. And we need to get, unfortunately, we need to bring a sub on that isn't probably going to do very much. Tomlinson for Jonathan Turnbull and Conroy for Mick Quinn. Conroy's had a shocker of a game. We should have made a sub before, really. David Thompson might be the young guy on loan from Liverpool. But it looks like we're going to lose another game, and we are losing. Yes. Mika off the bench again. I mean, I'm getting to a point I might actually have to start starting him, because he looks like he's going to have more of a chance of getting to the 30 goals than Conroy at the moment. He's getting them all off the bench. I think that David Thompson, might be a youth Liverpool player. I think he's a bit of a pundit now, not a very good one, if I'm thinking of the right guy. So in terms of recording, so I've just released episode 1 and episode 2. Obviously, I mentioned in the previous video I didn't know how and when I was going to release it. I released them both on a Saturday and Sunday, and I think going forward that's what I'm going to do. Saturday and Sundays for sure, and if I'm able to record a good few in advance, I might even chuck in like a midweek 1 or 2 as well. I'm not too sure. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. Saturday and Sunday 5 o'clock are guarantees. Anything after that is a bonus. So who's it? Sean McCarthy, and he's suspended. He's doing okay this season. And it is David Thompson on loan from Liverpool, and again he's having a good season for them as well, despite the fact they're not really having a good season. Paul Reed, I don't think I know who he is. I thought I knew him, but I don't. So I say holiday through. It's not really holiday. It's probably about 2 presses have done, but we'll come back for the next game. Okay, so here we are. We're back. We're at home at Southend. It's the game in hand. So what does that do to the table? If we, to be fair, a few teams around us have got the game in hand as well. It's Blackpool we can catch, and it will actually take us above them still, so that the draw hasn't hurt us too much. Who is it against? Southend. So they're still about 12th. Oldham have climbed a little bit. Southend have, I think, stuck where they are. We've got a bit of a squad juggle round we've got to do for this game. So we're going to... Duncan suspended, so we're going to bring in McGuckin. Nielsen's going to go on the bench. Centurion, I think, is doing okay. Twist is doing okay. Tomlinson's doing okay. It's Conroy. I mean, he's our main goal scorer, but he's put in some stinkers recently, so we're just going to go with that. We're going to give him a little bit more of a chance, because really we put all our eggs in the Conroy basket, if you like. He's our far and away. We're in November now. It'd be a struggle to bring someone else in and get them hitting that 30 point. 30 goals in a season is quite tough to get anyway. So to get in there would be incredible. As we get into about half time again without any real goal scoring threat. Obviously the big points I think are for getting promoted, so we might need to sacrifice the goal challenge just to get ourselves winning again, just to get ourselves in that top 2 spots and get the automatic promotion. I don't want to be going for the lottery of playoffs, not on this game. As I just need to pause a moment as I'm getting a phone call. Bear with me one moment. Sorry about that. We are back. Probably won't notice in the editing. I'll just do a quick cut, but here we are. We're back at half time. It's good timing actually for the phone call. It was actually at half time anyway. A Centurion goes through, but he can't score, and the goals really have dried up. We're not scoring a huge amount of goals, and the goals at the back aren't necessarily staying out either, which is a bit of a concern. We're always almost likely to guarantee to concede one, but it's just, can we score the 1 or 2 that we need? Lately, we have been able to get the one that we need, but not keeping it out the other end. And I think we'll have to look at subs again. Now, I don't really want to bring... Is anyone struggling? So the front three are doing okay, so I don't want to bring Turnbull off yet, if I can help it. Let's try and get the goal from the Mika, and then we'll look at bringing him on, as I can see us about to go 1-0 down, but we don't. We survived that corner. Can we survive another one? We do. Andy Clark, I think that was, former Wimbledon player. Seen him live a few times back in the 90s. Used to live literally about a 10-minute walk from Plough Lane. Obviously, Plough Lane wasn't there that long in my lifetime. Obviously, it was there long, but in my lifetime, they'd left that around my sort of early teen years, and they'd gone to Selhurst Park already. So, well, I know I was about 10, 11 when they went to Selhurst. So I only saw 1 or 2 at Plough Lane when I was younger. Used to get tickets for I've just forgot to mention, we got a goal from Twist to snatch it 1-0, so it's a 1-0 win. As I'm talking about that, yeah, our school used to release tickets for Selhurst Park, so used to go and see Wimbledon quite a lot at Selhurst Park. A few friends were season ticket holders. I think if you were a kid, you could get a season ticket for like 40 quid or something, so it was worth doing just to do that, and, you know, go and watch Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, those games. Did that once or twice, not often. We qualified for the next stage, Windscreen Shield. That wasn't a windscreens game, was it? Was that a windscreens game? Or was it just on the draw now? We've got Watford, which is going to be a tough ask. Let's have a look before we skip through to the next match, before we holiday through, as we say. So we're going to put Duncan back in. Was that a windscreens match? No, it wasn't. It was a league game. Thank God, we needed the points. Yeah, it was. Of course it was. It was the single game. But we have got the FA Cup now against York. I think we're going to... Do we stick the same? Do we take a gamble on Kiwomya being able to grab the goals? Conroy has just fallen right off. We're going to take him out. Is his contract going down? Because that could be why his morale... I'm going to offer a new contract. See if that boosts his morale. We'll take him out the firing line for a little bit. Kiwomya's got slightly better morale at the moment, so that could be playing a part. I don't know why Conroy's morale has dropped. He's in the team every week. We've been winning. We've been playing well. He had been scoring. He signed the contract. Well, okay, that's actually going to be before the game. And I think it's 30... Oh, our left back is injured. So Hoa Hing's going to have to come in. Not entirely convinced by him at the moment. Now, has that... It hasn't boosted his morale. Kiwomya's morale's good, and his form's the same. So let's see what that can do. Oh, what was that? Who's missing? Well, we'll add the 15 players. Let's bring Tony Thorpe in, and I think we need Bakero in as well for a defensive option. So let's see what that does. I probably should have played the Mika rather than Kiwomya, but I like having that goal option off the bench. So Kiwomya does the job. Now, if he hits the ground running, we might keep him in. He obviously didn't start very well, but that's when we were tinkering with the formations, and I've kind of not trusted him back in since. He gets another one. Now, don't get me wrong, York are bottom of our division, but again, it's the FA Cup and it's still a team in our division. The first round, you'd really be hoping to get a non-league team or a Division 3 team, something like that. I mean, so to get a team in the same division is a bit harsh. Kiwomya again. Oh, I thought he was going to get his hat-trick then. Just put himself way on the run to the goals. Looking at the time of the video, we might be able to even sneak in another episode, another game, another match after this one. I was hoping to maybe get at least to the FA Cup, but I think we might be okay. So let's have a look. So we're 2-0 up. It looks like we're doing... It's just how many Kiwomya can get. I think now, unless they pull one back, Orense managed to hold on. As we come up to the hour mark now, and they are starting to put a bit of pressure on, so it's not a foregone conclusion just yet, but oh, they are putting the pressure on here. I want to get what's his face on to get another Kiwomya. Oh, I thought we were going to... Yes, we seal the... That should seal the result. Now we're just going to get what's his face from Doncaster on for another appearance. Is it Turnbull, isn't it? So Turnbull's going to come on for Tomlinson. Do you know what? I'm going to go for a little bit of a change in things. We're going to give Centurion a break. We're going to put Mick Quinn up top with Kiwomya, and we're going to take Twist off for Tony Thorpe. I'm going to make 3 subs with about 20 minutes to go. Kiwomya gets the hat-trick. It's what we like to see. So he's up and running. He's got 3 goals in 4 games now. So there's still plenty, if he keeps up this sort of form, there's plenty of games left for him to have a good stab at those 30 goals. And we've got plenty of games left to get Conroy back up and running. But 4-0 in the cup, so we're through to the second round. That should be some decent money. Graham Murty on their team there. Dalian Atkinson, Richard Cresswell. I think we had a look at them before last time we played them in the league. So that's a great result in the FA Cup. I don't think we are going to play another match now. I'm looking at the length of the video. I want to try and trim this one down a little bit. Under 15 minutes. I think if at this stage we will be hitting that, as this takes an extra long time to load through the game. Doesn't normally take this long. I don't know what's going on. Got a few screens open as well. Having the recording software probably doesn't help. And I've just noticed it's a little bit misaligned. So there might be a slight misalignment on the video that comes out just on the screen. I haven't quite matched up the box around the DOS box window. And Barnsley have lost to beaten Man United in the league. That's incredible. Bromsgrove over any decent. Well, we'll see. We might see now who we get through in the next round. We're not going to see it just yet. But we'll pick up that at some point. I'm sure we'll see it. We have got a few players listed. I have listed Ginty because we don't play the wingers, so we brought him in. But I mean, he's so cheap. I can probably free him, and it wouldn't hurt. He'd be cheaper than some of the ones we let go before. If I need the space, I don't really need the space at the moment. But we wanted to have a quick look at fixtures. So we've got a few games coming up. What we'll probably try and do, we'll probably try and get to these sort of Christmas New Year games. We'll come back then, or we've got Blackpool just after the New Year. In fact, we got them before. No, we've got Millwall, Watford, tough games. We've got Watford again in the cup, so a lot of games against Watford, thick and fast. So yeah, we're going to come back sort of probably this Northampton game. I think we showed them did we show them in the footage before? No, I think we just mentioned them. We played them recently. We lost to them in the windscreens. That was it. So yeah, Northampton, Plymouth, Carlisle. There'll probably be a cup game in and around here somewhere if we get far enough. Maybe not. I don't know. Carlisle, Luton, we're coming back around there. So Christmas time. Until next time. If you are, like I said at the start of the video, if you are new to the channel, please do drop a sub on the channel. If you like this sort of content, enjoy Championship Manager 97-98 and all the retro Football Manager kind of games, you know, I'm bringing them to the channel, so stick around. Like the video as well. If you like this shorter length, please do drop a like and let me know in the comments as well. And until next time for episode 4, which will probably be on a Sunday, but if I'm able to release in the week, I will, and you'll see, so ignore that. I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.